UMngeni Municipality Mayor Christopher Pappas is the leader of one of the most influential communities in KZN. He has played a critical role in shaping the community and shows no sign of slowing down. Come with us as we sit with him and get to know the mayor a little bit better. I'm sitting here with the UMngeni local municipality mayor, Christopher Pappas. Thank you so much for joining us. I feel extremely honored to be sitting here and interviewing you. Thank you for your time.
It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you for making your way up here.
So tell us right from the beginning, where did it all begin, and was this what you envisioned for your life?
Absolutely not. I guess growing up on a farm, I thought that's where I'd end up, herding cows and doing farmer things. Through life experiences, I've become the mayor of the town that I grew up in, which is fantastic.
So how did you get into politics?
So it started at the University of Pretoria, where I was involved with the COPE student movement at the time, and I became a member of the Student Representative Council, later the president of that council. I was always put in administrative roles, so it was never overly political. It was there where I sort of learned, there's the politics that you see on TV with people throwing hats at each other and storming stages and getting arm wrestled. And then there's the politics of actually getting things done. So I worked in the private sector for a while as a development economist. The DA hired me as a logistics manager. As a staff member in the DA, you don't get involved in politics, you just do the job. But I had too much of an opinion and I became a councillor in Durban Metro with the Musgrave Overport area. Got elected and at the time was the youngest member of the KwaZulu-Natal Parliament and then stood for mayor.
People in this community really see you as a symbol of hope. Why do you think that is?
I think for a long time politicians have been distant. The municipality has always been seen as something external to the community. I'm trying to bridge that gap, so I'm not an inaccessible person. I'm part of the community. I drink at the same places, I watch the same sports events, whatever it might be. But at the same time, I grew up here, so I have the same ethos and understanding of what the hopes and aspirations of our people are generally. I think it's also unusual. You've got a young person, you've got a white male, you've got a gay person, and you've got a qualified person who's sitting in the seat of being a mayor. It's just a reason for people to believe that change can happen, even if don't necessarily agree with all of those things, but something profound can happen in this tiny little place in the middle of nowhere.
Could you talk us through some of the achievements that you've been a part of and some of the highlights, I guess?
I don't want to take all the credit because we have such an incredible community in the Midlands. There's such an incredible culture of giving, of wanting to participate, of understanding, of patience, of there's greater things in life than what you're complaining about today. So there's complete collective buy-in into where we are going. It doesn't matter what political party you vote for, it doesn't matter what religion you are, but there is something common that we are working towards, and that's for the betterment of our area. So I'm incredibly grateful for that spirit that exists here. But governance is tough. We are essentially running a non-profit organization, which is the municipality. We don't exist to make a profit, and we are owned by the community. And we have to use that and manage that in a way that is equitable, that is sustainable, and we do it in a way that adds value to businesses and residents. We've managed to improve our audit outcome from qualified to unqualified. What that means is the Auditor General comes along and says you are managing your finances well, you are following the correct procedures, you are cutting down wastefulness, you are eliminating corruption and all of those sorts of things. It shows that we're actually running the municipality properly. We did that in 7 months. We've managed to pay off all our debts, so that was 12 million rand that we paid off. That saves ratepayers and residents 450,000 rand a year in interest. We don't owe Eskom any money. In fact, we paid them a month in advance just to make sure. We've purchased 21 million rands worth of specialized equipment. We've increased maintenance budgets from 2% to 6% of our municipal budget. We've decreased debt. All these internal things that make a business functional, so that we can do things like make the landfill site functional, to fix roads, to resurface things, to install LED lights. We installed for the first time in our municipality, and I think one of the first in KZN, backup power to robots. So we have now robots in different places that are load shedding free. And we're a tiny little municipality in the middle of nowhere that can do things like that. We're proud of the partnerships that we're creating. We're proud of fixing things that have been wrong in the past. Ratepayers associations can now come to us and access us, complain or give ideas, and we're there to listen. We don't always agree, but we're there to listen and move forward together. When we started, there was 133 people getting free basic services in the municipality. We are now sitting on 3,000 people. So this 3,000 households, not people, 3,000 households are what we call indigent. In other words, they live on the lower than the poverty line, who now can get free basic electricity, who can have their refuse collected for free, who don't have to pay rates. So we're able to help more people.
Can you share any exciting developments or plans for this area and this community?
The one that excites me the most is the development around Howick Falls. And there's a lot of potential there to create like a real, a V&A waterfront of the Midlands. There's a planned sculpture route, for example, to put sculptures throughout the Midlands area that lead to the Mandela Capture site, which is also in our municipality and the iconic thing there. To build a railway heritage route in the Hilton community and the old railway. So all these town planning type urban development projects that are coming up that will make us trendy and vibey and not this, these quiet little towns.
How have the community welcomed you as their mayor?
They've been very nice. I think they'll get a time where they run out of patience. I've been very grateful for how they've welcomed me, and across all communities actually, and not just people who voted for me, but those who didn't as well. I've been welcomed everywhere, really. It's been quite exciting. People sharing their ideas, feeling that you can talk to the mayor and you can invite him over for coffee.
In the Midlands, what are your favourite places?
I always enjoy a sober walk through the Nelson Mandela Capture Site Museum. It's a really well-designed exhibition that is not over in your face political like some of the other ones are, and it's local and relevant, so it's always nice to just reflect there. Howick Falls is when there's been I hate the rain, oh my goodness, the rain destroys our roads, but when there have been heavy rains and you go to the Howick Falls, that's really is a magnificent sight. It's the only waterfall in a CBD in South Africa. I enjoy all the coffee shops. You can never get bored. I get tired of sitting at the desk sometimes, and so I'll go sit at a coffee shop and work from there, and there's just such a variety of places.
Mayor Chris Pappas has really become a symbol of hope for the community, and we cannot wait to see what he has in store. We hope you've enjoyed our time as he shed some light and insights into the beautiful community he serves. Thanks for watching Local TV, connecting you.